Now to our continuing coverage, we are entering a third week of the illegal and unsanctioned statewide strike by New York correction officers.
These strikers calling for shorter shifts and changes to the HALT Act, which limits the use of solitary confinement. Late last week, the correction officer union, NYSCOBA, and the state did reach a mutual deal.
Now, many of those striking accepted the deal and returned to work, but termination started against the strikers who have not returned.
News 10's Zion Decoteau has the latest developments on the strikes. He joins us in the studio with more. Zion.
In a joint press conference, the State Departments of Corrections and Division of Homeland Security revealed the number of striking facilities has decreased from 38 to 32. They also revealed that the strike has cost New York State $25 million, and it would have cost $106 million per month if it continued.
This has been an illegal action that has now lasted 14 days, and we have taken steps every day of those 14 days to not have to get here.
Here is the firing of correction officers.
We have only at this point terminated a handful, less than 10 corrections officers. These are officers who have been AWOL for 10 days in a row on their work days and then missed that 11th shift. Today we're taking the further action to terminate health insurance for thousands of corrections officers.
Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services Commissioner Jackie Bray also says officers who were on permitted absences like medical leave had to return to work because of short staffing. The consent award will allow them to return to leave after case-by-case evaluations.
Commissioner Marosello took one look at a couple people, a cast, a sling, and said, "What's your name? We got you. Go home."
While the strike is illegal for corrections officers, Bray also says no COs have been arrested to date. But over 350 officers are named in court documents for civil contempt proceedings filed by the Attorney General's office. We also got an understanding of how prisons have been operating since the strike began.
We have mobilized over 7,000 of our guard men and women across the state. And we've had over 5,300 guard men and women, boots on the ground in our facilities.
The correction officers that remained on duty, they worked very closely and partnered with them. And as they gained more and more comfort level, received training inside of the institution by our seasoned officers, they were then able to expand the duties that they were assigned.
To fill the employment gaps left by fired officers, the state plans to bolster their recruitment efforts, offering $3,000 bonuses to employees who get others to join DOCCS. It is important to note that elements of the consent award negotiated by the mediator, and the state does not go into effect until correction officers return to work. Correction officers who remain on strike are expected to demonstrate at the Capitol tomorrow. In the studio, Zion Decoteau, News 10, ABC.
All right, Zion, thank you for that. DOCCS has also added new security measures for all visitors at all facilities. Visitors are going to have to go through a body imaging scan in order to access the visitation and family reunion programs. If they refuse to be scanned, visitors will be limited to no contact areas, which have physical barriers separating them from incarcerated individuals. Exceptions will be made for those who are pregnant or have certain medical conditions. Stay with News 10 on air and online for the very latest developments on this story.